Hi, thank you for clicking on this video. If you're new here, I'm Fedisa. I like the planet and I like my fashion slow. So if you're into any of those things or you're into me, I hope you stick around. So I haven't really spoken about it on this channel, but I have been studying fashion this year. It is in my first year and it has been very interesting. But I thought I'd make it more chilled sit down video talking about how that's been, and this is sort of a guide for anyone who wants to study fashion, doesn't know where to study fashion in South Africa, or know anyone who has, so can't ask about how it is and how campuses are and all that stuff. So I am your big sister, I guess. So yeah, I hope this video helps because there was so much unnecessary anxiety at the beginning of the year, maybe because I would think, but if you want to know anything, feel free to ask in the comments. You can DM me on Instagram, but otherwise I hope this video was helpful. So get comfortable, get some tea, let's get into this. So first things first, I wasn't sure where I must mention where I go to school now, but I am, because I think it is the best fashion institution in South Africa. But I'm studying at Fedisa. I'm still my first year and I'm about to start my second semester. I'm starting on Monday, which is really exciting because first semester was quite the ride. And it was the ride because I don't think I've ever learned so much in such a short amount of time in my whole life. It sounds like I'm exaggerating, but it's crazy. But I'm sure this is the experience for anyone studying anything, that I don't know, uni is there's just so much information, but if you like what you're doing, you want to keep up. I literally went into the beginning of my semester not knowing how to draw. I didn't do design in high school, so I hope that's reassuring for anyone who doesn't know if they'll be cut out for this. I was really nervous going in that I wouldn't be up to par with my peers or I'd be at some sort of disadvantage, but don't be scared because you're at uni to learn. You'll learn. So it's fine. Looking at how much my work has improved just in one semester is I don't know, it's really encouraging. It's very satisfying to see your work improve. So if you're not sure if you should study fashion because you don't have an art background, stop it. Just do it. If you know it's right for you, just go do it. It's very simple. Like I said, you don't need an art background, you don't have to do design in high school. So if you're watching this and you're in grade 11 and you're literally it doesn't matter, just pass matric and you're fine. And as far as getting in, this is the thing that confused me. I think my comprehension levels are just low, but the whole time I was stressing because I thought I needed a portfolio. So I was busy making this thing last minute, pulling things together, and I went on the website again and I realized I was doing what non-South Africans have to do. So if you're not South African and you want to apply for Fedisa to do BA fashion, I think the requirement is for you to submit. You don't need a huge portfolio piece, they ask for very specific things, so just read very specifically what they require from you. But if you are South African, all they ask for you is to do an entrance exam at your nearest campus. You can also ask for a little talk, which I really recommend you do if you're studying fashion in South Africa, because obviously Fedisa isn't the only fashion institution. Vega also does have a fashion degree, and there are other fashion schools, but I really, really recommend that if you can, that you tour your school before, because what you have access to and your facilities will be so important. Because you don't want to apply for a fashion course and then you get there and your school only has 2 sewing machines on campus. Especially if you don't have a lot of stuff at home, if you don't have your own sewing machine or overlocker or anything. So I really think tour your campus before. Fedisa has lovely facilities, wow, really good sewing machines, overlockers, everything, and no one is sharing a sewing machine, which is really nice because you can get through first year without having your own sewing machine, which will be really helpful for a lot of people and makes the degree a lot more accessible. Okay, and now onto supplies. As far as equipment goes, Fedisa again, in your first year they give you a whole kit. They give you all the good stuff. They'll supply you with a visual journal, a toolbox that is filled with lots of basic stuff, your pencils, fine liners, pens, copy markers, some pastels, some watercolors, and you get a whole like kit for your sewing, your quilting rulers, your French curves. You get literally everything you need. I've added a few things to my kit to like improve like the quality of my work here and there when I can, mostly paints, but they literally give you everything you need at the beginning, which is so good. So you don't have to worry about getting the wrong stuff or not knowing what's best for this, but they really do give you what you need to get through the degree, which is awesome. Next, onto degrees. I am doing BA Fashion, so my courses, my majors are visual studies, pattern drafting, and garment construction. So we work on the 3-week cycle where we alternate between those three, but visual studies is just the whole design process and putting your design onto paper, because that is our language. We have to communicate our designs. You can't just be like, I'm thinking of doing something like this. You need to show it. So it's teaching us how to put what's in here onto there. Pattern drafting, which is you've now illustrated your thing, you need to know how to draft the pattern for it and like actually construct what you're going to make. So pattern drafting, it's learning that each piece needed to make a specific thing, and then garment construction, obviously constructing the thing. Those are your 3 main subjects, and then you have a bunch of theory subjects for our degree, which include business, design, history, communication studies, and social something, ComSoc. I forgot the full name of the thing. So that is basically what the BA degree is. I can't speak for the diploma, but obviously all the information is there for you for the Fedisa thing. So based on where you think, you're not expected to know exactly what job and passion you want, and I think the Fedisa is doing a really good job in creating well-rounded creatives and individuals that you can adapt really easily and have lots of options when you graduate. Whether you do the BA or diploma just really depends on what you think your career goals are. So if you're more into styling, visual merchandising and that side of fashion, then definitely do the diploma, which is also a 3-year program, and they do some of the same subjects as us. But if you're into design and making clothes, designing and making clothes, then I think BA is for you. So if you want, you could definitely, they do open days all the time, so you can definitely go look on the campus and ask questions regarding where you should be and what you should be doing. Both are really good options and equip you to be a well-rounded individual with lots of options. That's another thing I learned going to fashion school. There's so many options. It doesn't equal me becoming a designer. I don't even know if that's what I'll be into. I thought I wanted to be in buying, creative directing, or designing, but now I'm like, trend forecasting, fashion writing. So yeah, I don't know where I'll be, but either way, I think you have lots of options depending. It doesn't matter what you do. My last YouTube video was kind of like, I was kind of down, I can't lie, but I went on this whole tangent about how it's so hard to like meet people at the moment because of COVID and this and that. But I think the whole of high school, you're like, oh, can't wait to be in uni, you know, like you just have this expectation of what your uni experience is going to be, and you're going to be able to do whatever you want, and you're going to have the coolest friend group and like just all this stuff. And now I'm in first year and I'm like, well, I talked to like 2 people but yeah, I just gonna touch on the experience because that's obviously, we can't lie, that's something we all like look for and want. So Fedisa Joburg already started, this is their 2nd year running. So I'm the 2nd group of first years, which is crazy. And then Fedisa Cape Town has been around for, yeah. So their campus is significantly bigger and there are more people there. And Fedisa Joburg is still growing. Do I like Fedisa Joburg? Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, I just think it's a lot easier to engage with the staff because our campus is smaller. Depending on how introverted or extroverted you are, you can decide whether that is a good or bad thing, or whether you can adapt to environments like that or not. So yeah, that is the experience. But everyone there is super lovely, and don't listen to what they tell you about fashion school being incredibly competitive. Maybe it will be in my 2nd year, but for now it's been a really good experience. So I hope this video has helped anyone who has been considering studying fashion in South Africa, even if you made it to this point of the video and you not looking to study fashion, I guess it gives you some insight into what it's like. Apologies if we had some lighting changes. The device I was filming on died, and then I ended up watching all of Ariana Grande's performances of positions. Oh my god. Anyway, we talk about fashion a lot, like sustainable fashion, but we don't talk about just fashion and studying fashion, what it's like, and being a creative and all that stuff. So hopefully we'll get into that because my semester's starting, so hopefully this time we'll do that. And thank you for stopping by. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, comment below. If you want me to touch on anything in a future video, please feel free to follow me on Instagram, on TikTok, and also, you can't really see it, but the scrunchie I'm wearing right now, shameless self-plug, is a handmade scrunchie that I do for my small business. So if you would like some scrunchies, like some handmade totes and some thrifted items, go check out Thrift by TM. I'll put the link in the bio to my Jaeger store. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys with another video.